Hello, Joy Olson, Blockbuster Fundraising. Wow, it's October, and I tell you what, we're closing in on the end of October. So each and every day we look at what can we be doing now to give us blockbuster results. So today we are going to suggest that we look at segmentation again, because your database needs to be optimized right now for segmentation. Why? You know why. Because segmentation is going to allow us to deliver the right message to the right audience at the right time for great fundraising results. There are no disadvantages to segmentation, and if you are using the same content across the board for all your donors, you're never going to really unlock their full potential as supporters or your full potential as a fundraiser. So you want to segment. Well, what are some segmentation strategies you can look at? Oh, there are many different strategies for segmentation. You can segment by age, area, gender, interest, and transactions. But the two that we're going to concentrate on right now are your transactions and interest. Transactions. Transactional are your donors versus your non-donors. At the end of the year, you should be concentrating on your actual donors. You can further segment by looking at the high dollar donors versus the low dollar donors, your recurring donors, yay, or your lapsed donors. Now, interest segmentation. Interest segmentation will divide your supporters by the area of your organization or mission that they are active or involved in. I always give the Humane Society as an example. If your donor is extremely interested in kittens and cats and wants to help you update your kitten or cat room, you want to appeal to their interest in cats, not new dog kennels. So you also want to remember that interest areas could be your volunteers, your event peeps, your website visitors, or people who are taking action in your organization, the doers. So how do you use your segmentation? Once you've done the transactional and the interest, now how do you do it? Okay, once you have chosen segments, what can you do differently between the segments to make a difference to your fundraising success? Well, here's what you can do. You can send or not send, suppress a direct mail piece or an email, depending on whether or not it applies to them, to that segment of the database, to their interests. Because if you send them something they're totally uninterested in, they're going to feel like you really don't care about them, or you haven't noticed them at all because why did they send me this? This is not my area of interest. You can try changing subject lines for different segments based on generational segments or new donors versus recurring donors. And you can also make sure, and absolutely make sure, that you personalize each and every communication. Another idea, you can make a reference for asking for a first gift from a prospect. Nice. Or you can reference your donor's gift or membership anniversary. I think that's really special, membership anniversary. Say, gee, you've been giving to us now for 12 years. Your first gift was on November 2nd, 12 years ago. And how special is that going to make a donor feel, knowing that you really have noticed that and care? You can also reference your donor's interest area, and we've talked about that, but hopefully you've taken notes in your database. So you want to use those notes to talk about their specific interest level. And they're going to feel special, like you've paid attention. Now, you may not have time to really get into those donor base notes that you've made for every donor you have. But for your major gift donors, make sure that you go over your notes so that you can specifically talk right to that donor. Segmenting is great too to help you ask certain donors to upgrade or become monthly donors, because you know their interest, you know how to talk to them, you know what they're doing, and it is a great tool. You can even test a longer communication versus a shorter communication. You know what? The bottom line here is try something. Get creative. Segment your donor base. They're not all the same, and if you send them all the same annual appeal or all the same email or all the same postcard, you're gonna lose most of your audience. So try something. Brainstorm how your segments would like to be spoken to and what you can do to ensure that they feel noticed and respected and all kinds of gratitude. Hey, I feel gratitude that you're here today, and we are wishing you and helping you to get to blockbuster fundraising success for 2017. We're here with tips daily and joyolsengroup.com, blockbusterfundraising.com, and hundreds of free fundraising video tips on our YouTube channel. So check us out. We're watching you, we're rooting for you, and we know this is going to be one of your best fundraising years ever. Bye-bye and thanks.